Okay, I got everything together and everything turns like it's supposed to. The bummer thing is, I didn't have my camera out here and I had lit this little alcohol torch and set it next to the tube to warm it up. Went in to get my camera, and when I came back out, it felt like it was going to run, and I pushed this torch ahead. The wick touched the glass tube, and guess what? You guessed it. Another broke tube. So I learned something. You cannot have your torch or your lamp wick touch the tube. Apparently that alcohol, when it's burning off here, is still cool enough to where it, boom. So now I get to make another tube. And I'm not sure what the length of that one was. If it's the same one is, I don't know which one is, I don't know which one was which one I already made a tube for. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to set a 1, 2, 3 block here and measure back. And then write that number down. I'll darn it anyway. I'm having bad luck here last couple days. So I'm just going to take and set this in here. Set that up against the tube. Let's see what's going on this end here, like that. And I'm going to just measure back to the top of that. So that's 1 inch 900. All right, I'm going to write that down so I don't forget it. Pencil. Pencil. So, okay. So 1 inch 900. Is that what I said? See, I forget just in that a short amount of time. Yep, 1 inch 900. Let's scribble that on the piece of paper here. All right. So now I gotta get the glass tube out of there. Darn it. What I think I'm going to try to do is just take my needle nose after it and see if I can't just break it off. Let's turn this so this is back. So the inside tube is back. I'm gonna get my leather glove on. I couldn't believe that when that happened, and it actually felt like it was going to run when I had it sitting just beside it, and then I wanted to get a little more heat to it, so I pushed it up closer. Yeah, bad mistake. So I learned something though. I learned that the wick cannot touch the tube. No, not gonna give. See if I can just. Well, that worked. See if I can get down in there with an X-Acto knife. I'm seriously thinking about taking and boring this bigger and putting some O-ring grooves in it, like the original called out. If I'm gonna have that much trouble with glass tubes, I don't want to have to fight this battle every time that I break one. Yep, you know what? I think I'm going to take and pull the pin and see if I can't, because I don't think I have this pin swaged on top, or clipped on top. There we go. And if I can unscrew the gland nut. I'll learn how to repair it, I guess. The gears, the plastic gears don't run real smooth either. So I'm definitely going to make, I guess I wouldn't have had to unscrew that out of there. Lay this somewhere where I don't break it. Now, let's see if I can. You know what I'm going to try? Run a chamfer around that and just put that sealant just in the chamfer and not all the way in. Maybe that'll be easier to get out. You know, because all I'd have to do is run the X-Acto knife around in the chamfer and break the seal instead of gluing it in place. Darn it, darn it, darn it. Okay, got it all out of there. I'm going to get the burr knife here. Doesn't have to be a big burr or a big chamfer. Just a nice edge break. See, I could get one O-ring in there. I just didn't want it loose and it flopping around. So, now I get to cut a glass tube again. I will go pick a glass tube out of them. They vary a little bit in diameter-wise. Like this one here is a 785. This one's 785, so I'll go grab one here out of the box. I'm glad I bought a bunch of extras now. This one looks like it'll fit in there. Yep. So back over to the lathe, and what I've done on the lathe on the last one was I put 2 rubber O-rings on it, on the tube, put it in the collet, and then squeezed on the rubber O-rings, and then took my diamond file. Oh, before I forget, it's 1" 900 back to here, and then it is I went about 225. So add that to the, so it's 3 inches and 25. No. 2 inches. 2 inches, 325. Because it was 1" 900 out. And then, so it'll have to go into there. So it'd be 2 inches, 125. 225, so it'd be 125. Yep, 2 inches, 125. Well, I'm going to take a break here, and then maybe I'll set the camera up when I'm cutting the tube. Okay, I have you mounted this time back behind the spindle here. Alright, so I need a 1-inch collet. That's what the O-rings will fit into. So we'll put that in there. And then we'll take the tube and slide it in there. And we want it to just grip on those O-rings. Not yet. A little more. I think that might work right there. All right. Now, the hard part is trying to get a good reading. So, and I'm not gonna run it fast. I'm gonna run it at about 360 RPM. Lay some rags down here so it don't break when it drops. If it doesn't break before that. Get my diamond file. This is just a small little pattern die file set. It's a diamond, and I'm going to take the triangle file, maybe, or the square. I'll take the square one. All right, here we go. I'm going to hold the scale up there. 2 inches, 125 is what I want. Oh! Slipped out. Just a tad tighter. I could come over here and go. Just to get my first scratch on there. That's all. That's the hardest part of the whole thing. Take my needle file. I'm holding it up against the tool post. Just going to get it up to the end here. Right there. And I want to go 2 inches 125. I'm going to set my dial over here. I'm just trying this. I don't know if this is going to work. 2 inches 125. 2 inches 125. Right there. I don't see why it won't. Let's see if I can put a little scratch in that. Maybe go a little bit longer. If I could put a witness scratch in there, then, right there. Now I know where it's at. Now we can, if we can get the file down on that scratch. Without it wiggling around too much. Hey, wow. You can find one up with our masters. Rush. It's here. Side schools. I'm here. Just be let up first. Now I got a trap. Also, I'm part of it. Right now. Oh, we're putting it out. Yeah, right now. Nice files. We're good. Yeah, it's that file. Oh, you learn. Oh, I it's all through. Wait, that's practical. Up there. Oh, what's all about here? Here's a reason what's another shut out. I usually you don't find it. And this first one that's been oozing out on me constantly here. But I think I use the square file every time. And this is the first time that I haven't used the square file. Maybe the square file is a little rougher, I don't know. There we go. There we go. And now I'll take a flame. I'll take a flame and polish the end of it so it's not sharp. I'll show you that too. I'll take the camera off of the lathe here and bend the legs around this way, that way. All right, let's get back over here. So far, I like this tripod. I don't know how long it's going to last, though. You know, things that you like that usually don't last very long. All right, let's flame polish this. So just take it and take it and this just supposed to keep it from forming any cracks. That's good. Starting to get hot at the bottom. So now it's flame polished. Wee. That's hot. I don't want to cool it too fast and break it either. Let's see if it'll slide in there. Oh yeah, it'll slide in there. Pretty sure. All right, I'm just going to set that there. I'm going to put this tube back in. And I'll get this stuff off of there. It's not supposed to be there. That way you won't see it. I have a razor blade here. I'm going to use exactly like that. I wonder if I shouldn't be wiping this down with alcohol and so I can get my fingerprints off of it so it doesn't crack. You know, they say that a fingerprint will, you know, like halogen light bulbs. So it's probably a good idea. When I put this in here, I'm going to take and do that. Let's put that gland nut back where it belongs. I didn't really need to take that out. Let's get that back in. Well, what's wrong with me this morning here? There we go. Turn that all the way down. Seats up against there. I didn't think I needed a O-ring or anything in there. I didn't think it'd be loosened much. I'll seat that up. Slide this into place. Now, before I slide that in, I'm going to take an alcohol and Kleenex and actually wipe that down. So, before I have to replace that one too. There we go. And then push that all the way in. Now, don't take the alcohol and touch the other tube if it's still hot. No, it's not hot. Put this into place. Slides in there nice. Let's get this pin back in. Get that connecting rod up into place. Now, where'd the pin go? Here it is. Here's the pin. Fits in there tight. Ah! I had it started, I thought. Right there. Huh. Struggling here. I'll be back. Okay, got the pin in it. And the tube's in place. I just wanted to make absolutely sure that it isn't too short. It's not. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to set it up like this. And I'm just going to go around there and put a little bit of that gasket sealer in place. I'm just going to try to anyway. Try to squeeze it down into that little bit of a chamfer that I put on there. I'll wipe it after I get done here. So I'm not worried about getting it all over the place. Not right now anyway. Trying to work it down into that little chamfer. This is just an idea that maybe if I break it again, I can just take a blade and go around and break that seal and pull it out. It shouldn't need too much to seal it. It's not high pressure. Stirling engines have got, pretty low pressure. All right, now try to take and clean that up. See, I have the napkin here. Hopefully there's some down in that little chamfer yet. And how long it has to dry. Now, well, that's not working because it's just pushing it in and out. Well, go back to the only thing I don't like about this is you slobber up the other inside glass too. Let's try it again. Try to be careful. Try to be careful and go around it and put some on there. See, I've already slobbered a little on there. You know what? I should be sitting down to do this. It would probably work better. I've gotten too much on there, a little bit there. I'll try to wipe it off with a Q-tip when I get done here. A little more right there. A little more right here. O-ring would have been so much easier. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to turn this so it is fully extended. I was thinking I could turn it up and then get at it, but I can't. All right, so let's get this in place. And then wipe it all down good. And then let her sit for a while. I'm going to get a couple Q-tips now and finish it up. Do I have a camera going? Yep. So I'm just going to wipe with a Q-tip. Anywhere else? I think I got it all. Yep, some right under here. That's not too bad. I see a little bit there, but it should be okay. Still have a feeling the connecting rod is actually just a little longer than it should be. I don't think that tube should be coming out any further than that. Right there, and we're coming out. So we're about, I don't know. All I know is I'm changing my numbers on my drawings so that they reflect what I'm using. Pick up some of these glass shards. It's amazing. These glass shards don't feel real sharp when I'm picking them up, you know, like a window. Not sure why that is. All right, so I'm going to leave this sit for an hour or two to set up. Meanwhile, I'm going to go and work on loading up another video. So I'll be back.